Hey folks, my name's Sondra Rankin and we are on site with Livingston Lures, and with me I have these awesome high school fishermen. They have come from high schools all over. They are competing this Sunday in a big derby. They are going to weigh in here on the Bassmaster official weigh-in stage. I know they're really excited. I've got a couple guys here from, tell me what high school you're from and what your name is.
We're from Alexander High School, and my name is Blake Hunter.
My name is Trevor Mobley, and I'm from Alexander High School.
Awesome. 30 of these high school anglers will be competing this weekend, and I cannot wait to see them weigh in.
I'm Jake Mims. I fish for Chapman High School, and coming from Douglasville, Georgia, and we're fishing a tournament at Bartlett's Ferry tomorrow. We get to weigh in.
Hi, my name's Gavin McCall. I'm fishing from Woodward Academy Bass Club. We're from Coweta County, Georgia, and tomorrow we're weighing in here at the big stage.
I'm Clark Yancey, and we're fishing from North Hall High School, and fishing Bartlett's Ferry tomorrow, and we're coming to weigh in here.
Christopher Lee from North Hall High School as well. Hoping to fish Bartlett's Ferry, pull across the 5-fish limit, ready to go across the stage.
My name is Damian Prevot. I'm from Woodward Academy in College Park, Georgia, and we are fishing Bartlett's Ferry tomorrow. We're weighing in on the big stage.
Welcome everybody. I guess John's already done all that. We were just talking about it. This is really, honestly, an incredible experience. If they had this when I was in high school, I probably would have went to high school, because you know, the opportunity to hang out with these guys. I'm trying to impart, you know, important stuff that will shape their lives. But the opportunity to hang out with these guys is really incredible. And I, on behalf of Bass and myself and everybody, I want to thank them, because, you know, I know the day after they don't make the cut, they're grumpy because it just didn't work. I mean, the happiest they are is Sunday, but for them to donate their time is pretty incredible. And I just want to quickly announce them so you guys can get started. Obviously, first guy I talked about is one of my idols. When I was a little kid, like your age, growing up, and he was about 68 at that time, and he's my idol because he's 104. He's as hyper as an 18-year-old. And he has way more hair than I ever had. So, but an incredible angler. You know, everybody, you know, knows Shaw from TV and stuff, but if you look at his record, it's unbelievable. You know, a 9-time winner. You know, it is really amazing, and you guys are going to get in the mind of one of truly the best anglers that have ever lived. So, Mr. Shaw Grigsby, let's hear it for him. This next gentleman right beside him having another phenomenal year. Last year we were introduced to him, and I heard he was coming to fish the Elite Series the year before last, and I said the Big Show because he's from Palatka, and there's really 13 or 14 people there, and most of them are related, so I figured Big Show would know him, and evidently they are related, I think. It's weird. But I asked Big Show about him, and he said, as Big Show always does, very man of few words. He's like, he's a hammer. He's a hammer, and he has proved he is a major hammer. He caught him big time last year. You know, finished second on our Rookie of the Year race. Qualified for the Classic. We had 4 rookies qualified for the Classic last year, which was pretty incredible. But in his second season here, he's showing that was no fluke, and backed it up with some great finishes. And is this the first 50 cut that you've missed this year?
No, I missed the first one. I had
you missed, but the other two.
I beat about 5 in the first one.
All right, good. So in between you've been good, but the first and this one sucked, but those others have been good, right?
That's right.
50%. That's good.
Hey, I'll take it.
Cliff Prince, let's hear it for him. This next individual is one of our Elite Series rookies this year. Came very close to winning the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open last year. Somebody ruined that on him back here, but let's not talk about him yet. And actually was in a fish off and qualified for the Elite Series. And we're sure happy to have him here. And the most impressive thing about, actually the guy who beat you for Rookie of the Year is here too right now. We're going to make some fight. It'll be awesome. But The most impressive thing about him, and you guys probably don't know even who this guy is I'm about to talk about, but Jay Kumar, who runs a site called Bass Gold, he does this Bassmaster thing, sent me something. Do you see this? Do you guys know who Vanilla Ice is? Dude, look at this. Look at this. Look at how much he looks like Vanilla Ice. You don't even know who Vanilla Ice is. Super weird.
They don't know that's before their time.
If you look at that picture, he looks incredibly like Vanilla Ice. So he is now Ice Bertrand from this day forth. Josh Bertrand. Anyway, this guy is last year's Rookie of the Year, so everybody else likes him, but he hates him because of that. But up until the last event, the first after 2 events was leading angler of the year, and even after a tough tournament here, is still very much in contention for that title. So he is a guy that is around here to stay. And if you look, Tennessee has produced our last 2 Rookies of the Year. So Josh, you should move to Tennessee if you want to win that title. But an incredible angler and somebody who you're going to sit around, see for a lot of years, and that is Brandon Card. Let's hear it for him. Our next angler here, the second angler ever to represent the Carhartt College Bass Series and make it to the Bassmaster Classic. And that in its own right is pretty amazing when you think about it. Now through collegiate fishing, because of Carhartt's program, you can go to the Bassmaster Classic. And I know, Brandon, you were involved in college fishing, but that opportunity wasn't around for you. So you had to kind of go the other route, and you've made it there. But did an incredible job representing the Carhartt College Bass Series. And I know he's going to be here fishing for years and years to come. And that's Matt Lee. Let's hear it for him. And we talked about incredible years, and this guy had an unbelievable year last year. Sometimes I think because of how quiet and mild-mannered he is, people didn't kind of realize just how dominant his year was. And it wasn't just on the Elite Series. It was also in the Opens, and it just everywhere where he fished, he just dominated last year, and he's off to a good start again this year, and he is one of the strongest sticks out there. There's a lot of people where we go to different places, and people will say, "Oh, this is setting up good for this guy or that guy." If you watch fantasy fishing and how people pick, he is always in the top picking, and that's because of how he performs. And that is our reigning and defending Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Brent Chapman.
I appreciate that. And number one, thank you for coming out. And what's interesting is I can remember. In fact, I try to hold on to, if any of you have ever watched my show, a lot of the memories I have of when I was your age. And not to date you, Shaw, but I was watching you on television then, and he was and still is one of my idols. And one of the things, and this is a true story, what I'm going to tell you guys real quick, and girls. When I was your age, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, but fished a lot on the weekends in Michigan. And I told my parents, I'm going to bass fish when I get out of high school. And having a father that worked for a union and a mother that worked in downtown Chicago, they didn't really understand what I was saying. Everybody that's standing here that makes their living in the fishing industry, you'd occasionally get those looks from certain people, like, you're going to do what? And no matter what you decide to do in life, no matter what you decide to do, back then when I was your age, I told my parents when I graduated high school, I don't need to move on and go to college because I'm going to skip boat docks and sight fish the rest of my life. And it was about the worst decision I made on earth. My number one phobia I had how old are you? 15? Number one phobia I had, 15 through, well, still recently, was public speaking. Getting in front of camera like this and actually talking and communicating. And if I would not have moved on and gone to college and graduated college, I would still be skipping boat docks and sight fishing somewhere, but it would have had nothing to do with where I'm at now. So the one thing I can tell you that you can leave here with. I was that kid in school that said, I didn't need to move on, but I did. So just remember, what's amazing is the age that you're at right now, you may not think this, but every decision that you make at the age that you're at so drastically could impact not the next 6 months, not the next 6 years, but the rest of your life on this planet. Make good decisions, and I truly mean that. Thanks, guys.
What's your favorite lake?
What's my favorite lake? It was, for the longest time, Falcon. And it's still a great lake, but I've had to change my views on Falcon. It's an incredible lake, but I have a feeling it's definitely taking a downturn right now. The lake's gotten so low that the couple times I fished it varies a little bit too much to be called my favorite. Now, it's fun to go there when the conditions are right and the fish are biting, but the more I think about all the lakes I've been to around the country, I've only been there, I think, 3 times now, but I've got to call Clear Lake in California my favorite. And if you guys look at all the pros that come out of that area, Skeet Reese, a lot of the West Coast guys that grew up fishing, it's such an awesome lake to learn on. And what's amazing is at Clear Lake, it's not nearly the size of this, but it literally has every type of cover you can think of to fish, and they catch fish there on every technique you can think of. I mean, I've never seen a lake that's so unique and as versatile as Clear Lake. I mean, they catch them there on 6-pound line and drop shots, to the great big swim baits, to flipping, to spoons, to sight fish. I mean, everything you can think of, they catch them at Clear Lake. So, like I said, I've been there 3 times. I think the last 2 times there I've gotten a check. The very first time there I didn't do so well, but it's a neat lake. I just wish it wasn't so far away from Kansas, because it's an incredible fishery. So I encourage anybody that likes to fish, they should get out there and experience it. But Falcon too. I mean, Falcon will come back. I mean, we just need to hope and pray for a good tropical storm to come through there and fill the lake back up again, because it's so low. There's not a lot of cover left in the water, and apparently the fish just disperse, and the population isn't as good because there's not near the cover. Like, that's probably one of the downfalls for this lake. Is, there's not a whole lot of cover in it most of the time, and that's what hurts the largemouth population.
What's your favorite Livingston lure?
What's my favorite Livingston lure? Oh gosh, they're the best. I mean, they're all good, but the one I've had the best luck on is this Bassmaster, the 8 to 14 foot. We did a little fishing show with Trocar down in Texas, and heck, one of the biggest bass I've caught this year came on. It was probably a 6 or 7 pounder. So been a fun bait. A great bait to throw. But I mean, I love all the different baits, because I love moving baits. I mean, whether it's a jerk bait, a wake bait, a lipless crankbait. I mean, this is hard baits, and flipping and pitching are my strengths. So I like them all. I can tell you now that they're working with me and Randy and Jeff, we've got some really awesome stuff coming down the road. So while this stuff's great, I hope this time next year, this part of the wall is going to be filled with even some more of the Pro Series, even more amazing stuff. But right now, this wake bait, our Pro Wake, I'd give anything to be out there today throwing it right now. I mean, it's a perfect day for a wake bait. If you guys have never fished a wake bait, it's one of those deals that you throw it out there and you just kind of hold that rod and it just wakes across the surface. And yeah, I'd say in another probably 2 weeks here, this lake should be on fire for a wake bait.
I believe we have 2 teams left. 2 teams left. You guys getting nervous?
A little bit, not much.
Not much? Did I already ask you if you've qualified?
Yes, sir. We've already qualified.
You've already qualified. Did you win the tournament?
No, we got second.
Got a chance to win this one. You nervous?
Not really. I'm excited.
You're excited. All right, let's see how it ends. Here we go. Bradley Reiling and Brandon Bernard coming up next, also from Whitewater High School. 5 bass, and we have a new tall leader right here. 5 bass needs to be 11-10, 9 pounds 1 ounce, 9-1. one team left, guys. Put you in second place, I believe. Step right there. We'll get a nice photo of you, and then we'll talk about it. Nine pounds, 1 ounce. Good job by you guys today. What'd you catch your fish on?
Fluke.
Caught them on a fluke. All of them, catch all the fish on a fluke?
Caught them all on a shaddy shad made by Edge Lures.
Did you catch a lot of fish? You got 5. Did you catch a lot of shorts or coal any?
Yeah, we were catching pretty good all day, but kind of slowed down towards the end.
Are you guys already qualified for the state championship?
Yes, sir.
You are. Good job. You got anybody you want to say thanks to?
Chris Blair. Lucky we made it here today. I wrecked the truck this morning, so.
You wrecked the truck this morning.
I ran a stop sign and the boat came back and hit the side of my truck and bent the trailer. And that's the only guy I know that let somebody come down here with a bent trailer.
You really shouldn't probably admit to running a stop sign on TV.
Hey, you couldn't see it.
Were you riding with him?
Oh yeah, out half asleep.
You should have been awake watching where he's driving.
So now,
got anybody you want to say thanks to?
Chris Blair, he's a stick.
All right, well, good job, guys. Hope you had a good time this weekend. Good job. All right, before we bring up this next team, we're going to bring up you guys. We're going to have you stand up here as well. We have one more team to weigh in. We're going to crown the champion of the Georgia Bass Nation Regional Qualifier. This last team, I believe, is our only middle school. They allow middle school teams to fish this. 4 bass. He has a, look at that fish. Logan Dean, fishing by yourself? Middle school, fishing by himself. 4 bass, 5 pounds, 13 ounces, 513. Yeah, hold him up one more time. Let's get a good picture of it. Talk to him a little bit about it, and then we'll crown our champions. Let's weigh that fish. See what it weighs for you. That big Carhartt Big Bass is going to weigh 2 pounds, 8 ounces, 2.8. What'd you catch that fish on?
White super fluke.
A white super fluke. And you're in middle school?
Yes.
What grade?
6.
6. So you're just starting middle school?
Yeah.
Well, good job. You're competing up here with the high schoolers, and you did a wonderful job. 4 bass, 5 pounds, 13 ounces. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Got anybody you want to say thanks to or hi to?
I want to say thanks to my grandma, Coradine. She's always telling me, motivating me, telling me that I can go on.
Your grandmother's very wise. Very wise. Well, congratulations to you. We're going to crown our champions. You did very good.
On behalf of Bass and Georgia Bass Nation, I want to congratulate our new qualifiers for our state championship for their first place finish. Great bag of fish right in front of a big crowd. Congratulations. You've got to step right here. Come on, guys. Let them hear it.